Probably when we bred Hampton Court. About 3 weeks before the sale, Alan Jones, great friend, came round and he wanted to look at the yearlings. So we saw this Redoute's Choice colt out of Roses and Wine and was very taken with him. He said, why don't we put a syndicate together and we'll try to buy him back. We bought him back. Alan put the syndicate together, but then the pressure was on me, being the breeder, to come up with a result. The horse was very well trained by Gay Waterhouse and he subsequently won the Spring Champion Stakes in track record time. So I was delighted and somewhat off the hook for putting these nice people into this horse.
And it is great when you can bring people into it. I mean, as a breeder, you've bred a horse and sometimes you do want to stay involved with that horse, but actually there is responsibility when you bring people in.
Well, Alan said, like, you're the manager, you can manage it, so I had the gun at my head, so to speak, and I was tickled pink because delightful people involved in that colt, and things came to fruition.
With the Inglis Easter sale held in a virtual format, I was so pleased to be able to assist with the coverage, and one of the highlights for me was seeing the great joy and excitement from buyers and sellers after their individual lots had gone under the hammer. So for those who missed some of the online coverage, I thought we'd recapture some of that excitement as we look back on the interviews from buyers and sellers at the sale.
I sell him out to Harry for 1.8 million.
I think we're quite emotional here, so great result. Great result. We're delighted. We're absolutely delighted.
You can hear a bit of a shake in your voice there, Royston. It is a big deal.
It's a lot of hard work by a lot of people to get to these days, and you know, it's just a huge result. Great result for our clients. You know, China Horse Club have been a big supporter of ours for a good few years, and we're just stoked. And great result for all our staff and you know, everybody involved. We're so delighted that, you know, for China, and then delighted for Coolmore. You know, James Fester and the team here, they wore a track into the place. I think they came 5 to, could be 7 times, and I asked James, I'm not sure what you're looking for, but I think we all agree he's a belter, and every time they loved him, and so happy those guys got him, you know.
Gay, it's fabulous to have you online. How have you found the buying experience with this unusual Inglis Easter sale?
It certainly is, Caroline, but I think it's very good. You don't have that terrible noise in your ear all day long, and you're able to talk to your owners much more easily. I'm not saying it's going to be the way we go in the future, but it could be. One never knows. We've done our work before we went to the sales, knowing that they're, you know, tricky times, and we broke up the inspections between Adrian, myself, Claudia Miller, and we went around and looked at the horses. And it was, you know, it was interesting. There was a lot more activity on the farms than had happened before in previous years. I think that's good for people to get out and go to the farms. They see the type of landscape and the soil and the way the horses are nurtured on the farms. I think I always go to the farms. I think it's good that people have had to do it. I bought some of my best horses ever reasonably at Inglis Easter sales. You know, the sale toppers are always going to be there, and they are always the sort of glamour horses or the pedigree that's got the oomph, the sex appeal. But if you're happy to look east or west, as I say, Caroline, it's amazing what one can pick up at the sales, and real value for your owners, and often, you know, a horse that can be a really top-class horse.
For the, you know, the unique situation that we're operating in, you know, I feel like we've been able to buy, you know, a high-quality horse, and you know, at the levels we've been at without the, you know, the internationals, you know, here in attendance. They've been strong. The sales have been very strong, but you know, I've been really happy with the horses we've been able to buy. You know, the types have been, you know, really good types. We've focused on the, you know, the good producing farms and those proven stallions, and you know, obviously they've vetted well, and you know, the prices. Inglis have done a fantastic job to get the sale underway, and you know, the horses. I think these horses we've been able to buy, they're obviously going to Hong Kong. They'll be broken in New Zealand with Bruce Harvey at Ascot Farm, and then head up to Hong Kong when they're 3. And the type of horses that would develop and you know, be well received, I think, by the Hong Kong owners and trainers.
Caroline, those top-end fillies are protected pretty well by their breeders. You get to Easter and by the time you've perhaps purchased your mare and paid a higher service fee, you don't get here in a cheap way, so you don't expect to walk into a sort of a fire sale situation and expect to pinch them. And the quality fillies with good residual value, and regardless of what's going to happen in the economy over the next, say, 2 years, whatever, though you'll still be in good stead 3 to 5, 6 down the track for those well-bred fillies, and they're all great types.
Tell us about the story of the yearling. You know, to sell for $1 million, is that beyond your wildest expectations?
Oh, very much so. It's been an amazing sale back for us. Actually, we've had a pretty good day. We put 3 up and sold 3. Yeah, for that filly to make $1 million, it's extremely rewarding for all the guys here and the staff that have prepped them under extremely strange conditions and hopefully conditions we never see again. So no, very, very, very happy, all the guys here at Pittsburgh.
It's been an interesting process, but you know, we identified some horses and happy to acquire them if the prices seem right.
Yeah, and where are you at the moment?
Sitting in my lounge in Nashville in Tennessee, so a long way from the action.
You are. How has it been? How have you found it as a buyer, just getting, you know, registering and being involved for this sort of a sale online?
No, it's been very good. English has been very, you know, informative of what's going on and obviously trying their best under you know, trying circumstances. So far, I would say it's a great result, giving people a platform to at least sell some product.
Andy, congratulations on picking up a lovely yearling, the Lorna May. I know I saw this yearling, it was in our preview up there at Yarraman Park. Just a gorgeous filly. You'd be very happy with that purchase.
Yeah, we thought she was an absolute star from seeing her on the farm. We saw her 3-4 times. She kept on getting better and better, and I think I was sitting there on the couch one night watching your preview, Caroline. I thought, geez, that thing is actually walking like a superstar, more so on the TV. She's gone to some fantastic owners that actually race brutal. So it's a good little connection there with some nice people. So very lucky to get her. It's interesting times, but I think we've got a 9 invincible filly out of a Reduced Choice mare from a big family. So very happy.
To give English their credit, they've really, they've worked hard the last couple of weeks trying to get it right. And I think everybody's behind it, all the farms and the trainers. And I think, listen, it's a hard time that we're in at the moment, and I really do believe that everyone's making the best of it.
Quite brilliant to recap all those reactions to what was an extraordinary sale. Coming up after the break on Bred to Win, not everyone who's born into a racing family stays in the game. But in Arrowfield Studs, the horse who made you love racing, Ben Hayes explains why he's a trainer, following in the footsteps of his father David and late grandfather Colin Hayes.